Alright, how you guys doing today? So I'm just gonna go over the settings for Resident Evil and a couple games on the PS2 emulator for the RG405V. And like I said, for the most part, I didn't really change anything when it came down to these games, and I will show you that. Didn't really change anything. Games like not that one. Champions of Norraf. That one had to be, I had to go switch some settings on. The harder games like Midnight Club, yeah, I had to go put settings on. But for the majority of the games, I didn't really have to change the settings. And I guess it come down to which emulator that you downloaded. Like for Aether SS2, this is the one I got, the version I got. If you need to go try to find 1.43064, that's the one I got. That's the version I found online. Of course, the emulator itself don't work anymore, and they're not making it anymore. So that one part of the reason. And then as far as app settings go, I mean, it really ain't changed anything. The EE cycle still at 100% normal. I don't change any of the threads. I mean, everything's pretty much at default settings. Vulkan, 1x native, everything is at default, as you can see. Recommended default. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I don't really do any changes on when I first get the games. I just get the games, put it on there, and test it straight out the gate. I do straight out the gate because the average person want to just get something and play, and people don't have time these days to do a lot of stuff. So that's exactly what I do. I just get stuff, get it out, put it on there and run it straight like that. I did have a video made where I was going to show you guys where you can get your games from, but YouTube said it was harmful and dangerous to society that I show y'all where you can get games from. Now, mind you, I can understand if I was showing you Switch games, PS5 games, Xbox Series games, and Steam games, which I do know I know a website for that, but I showed you guys emulations place that show from PS3 and down. So first of all, you can't legally buy those games anymore because the developers don't make them games anymore. And secondly, yeah, you can buy it from GameStop or somewhere like that, but technically if you buy it from GameStop, they're doing it illegal too. Only reason why it's not illegal for GameStop to buy these games and stuff, because they paying for licenses and stuff to the company so that they don't have to worry about wearing, what I mean? So that's why they getting away with it. But if you legally want to go buy the physical game, you can't buy a brand new copy of PS3 game or a brand new copy of Resident Evil 4 for PS2. You can go to a pawn shop in GameStop because they bought licenses to be able to sell that type of stuff, but they don't legally own it, but they get away with it because they got the license. So going to a emulation site like that really shouldn't have been no harmful and dangerous. And I don't understand why YouTube got policies. We just trying to help each other out. We're supposed to have freedom of speech, and I just feel like it's how is that harmful and dangerous to the community? I can see if I was starting a war, starting some racism stuff or any political stuff like that, but I just don't, But that's all I'm gonna say about that part, because I had to remake the video, and that's kind of upsetting that they call that, they call that harmful and dangerous. So, but as far as the setting go, that's the settings. I'm gonna go through the same part I went through on the first time and show that it's still running the same frames without any changes. Now, maybe just because I had played it a couple times, the first part here, that's why it's not really, that's why it's showing smooth, but As you can see, it's running fine. But you got to remember, this is the beginning part. I haven't got past the beginning part, so I might have some study issues here throughout the game until I play the game through. But as you can see, I didn't really change anything. Everything's still pretty much, Now it shows up as some red, but as you can see at the top right corner, 60 frames for the most part. Well, 30 frames, I'm sorry. I can't see. 30. It's so small. This game wouldn't run at 60 anyway. It was PS2 era, so that's my apologies. But anyway, yeah, this game runs at 30. No issues. I can test one more quick game since it's only been a few minutes. I'm not gonna make the video too long. Let's go with one of the games I said I have to change right quick. Just a quick. I don't think Midnight Club ran well on there. What game did I say? Champions of Nora. We can go with that one. Now we'll have to change some settings on this. EE cycle and that. That's the only two things I change. I don't really change anything other than those two things. And this is one of the hardest games to emulate on this system. Let's see if we can load a save game. Alright, so we're gonna load it with the settings just changed. I'm gonna go back and put the normal settings back on, and we'll see if it slow down and then end the video there. Alright, so as we can see, up here it is running a good 45, 40. It's still slow, but as you can see, this is one of the hardest games to run on here. But it still runs on here, so we're not mad at that. Now let me go back and rechange some settings back to normal. Let's see if we get the same results. Now when I had it 50%, it was still moving a lot faster than this. Look at that. That is slow. Yeah, see, I can't. This game is not playable if I did it like this. But if I go back and rechange the same settings, 50% and maximum underclock. See, it moves. It's still slow, as you guys can see. Hey man, get out of my way if I beat you up. But as you can see, it has some good movements. Some movements where it's not as slow, but it's some parts where it's slow too. But as you can see it slow back down. Now he moving fast. So yeah, some games you have to do that, some games you don't. But for Resident Evil, you don't. So, but there you have it. I had to say my little 2 piece because they made me redo this video, and I said what I had to say on that, and I showed off the little settings that I have on here for the RG405V. Now, if you have any other questions, of course, you always let me know in the comment section. If you have any other games that you want to see on this device, let me know as well. I am finna switch the SD card out of here because I put a 1 terabyte, so I'm finna put this 512 in here, swap the memory on. Actually, I'm finna copy the memory off here and put it on here, and then I'm gonna use 1 terabyte for my Steam Deck. So, if you guys have any questions in the comments, let me know, down below. And until the next video, you guys see when you see. Peace.